Welcome to another episode here in Yabong Pilipinas. And for this video, we will talk about specialized organs. So for the past video, kung galing kayo doon, we talked about vegetative morphology and under nun ay yung leaves, yung stem, and yung roots natin. And for this one, we will talk about different modified organs such as yung mga nakikita nyo dyan sa first slide natin. Ayan, so alin kaya dyan ang modified stem, modified leaf, tapos modified root. So, as a review, ano nga ulit tong term na to? Study of the physical form and external structure of plants. So, I hope that you are answering phytomorphology or plant morphology. So, ayun yung answer dyan. So, let us start here. We have modified roots. And modified roots, they have undergone structural, functional, or physiological adaptations to perform specialized roles. So this is beyond the basic functions of anchorage, water absorption, and nutrient uptake. So it means na, di ba ito yung mga functions that we have discussed dun sa vegetative morphology. So in order to survive, yung mga plants natin, nagkakaroon ng mga modified roots. And ayun, merong structural, functional, tas physiological adaptations. Meron tayong i-discuss dito na 7 na examples ng modified roots. So these are storage roots, aerial roots, contractile roots, haustoria, prop roots, nematophores, and buttress roots. So let's go through each one of them in detail. Okay, so modified roots, these examples na nandito sa photo ay yung storage roots natin, yung carrots, radish, and storage roots are modified for food storage. Ayan, so they are specifically sa case ng mga biennials natin. So if we will review dun sa introduction, kapag sinabing biennial, meron lang silang dormant period. So meron vegetative phase 1, then dormant period, then vegetative phase 2. Ayan, mag-ano na, reproductive phase na sila. So, ano kaya itong blank na nandito? So, since ito ay roots, ano nga ulit yung 3 parts ng roots? So, we have lateral roots, we have primary roots, and in some cases, merong adventitious roots. So, ito, ano kaya ito? Blank has become greatly thickened. Ano kaya itong part ng root na to? So, I hope that you are answering primary root. Ayan. So, yung primary root, siya yung nag-emerge from the radical. Ayan. So, it has become greatly thickened in the case of storage roots as a reservoir for high-energy storage compounds like carbohydrates, yung mga yan. Kaya itong mga to, ito yung kino-consume natin as vegetables. So, that's storage roots. The next one is aerial roots. So aerial roots are modified for absorbing water and nutrients from air or runoff. So this is true in the case of orchids, ayan, sa family Orchidaceae, and pothos sa family ng Araceae. So these are common for epiphytic plants, which are plants that grow on another plant. So tropical members of the monocot families Araceae and Orchidaceae. The next one is contractile roots. Ayan. So these are modified for pulling rootstocks deeper into the soil. Ayan. So if you will notice here, this is in the case of lily, ganyan siya. Ayan. So hinihila nila pababa yung bulb. So this is also common with species na mayroong bulbs or yung corms. So roots that actually contract vertically. So parang hinihila lang siya pa baba. The next one is haustoria. So ang haustoria naman, this is modified for parasitism. They draw nutrients from host plants. So in this picture, the crop here is yung corn natin, and then yung witchweed, siya yung parasite. Ayun. So anong nangyayari dito? It is a type of obligate hemiparasite. Ayan. And then ang target niya ay yung root. So nakipag-compete siya dun sa roots ng corn until hindi na makapag-function ng maayos yung corn. So ang hosts ng witchweed ay maize, sorghum, sugarcane, rice, millet. The next one is prop roots. So if you remember sa past episode, so yung prop roots natin, this is a type of adventitious roots. So adventitious roots kasi it can be in different forms. Kasi 'di ba kapag adventitious, hindi siya from root tissues, nag-grow siya through stem tissues or a leaf. Ayun. So pwede rin 'yon. So ayun yung mga adventitious roots. So ito, na-discuss na natin 'to last time that this is prop root or yung brace roots na tinatawag natin in the case of corn. So these are modified for structural support growing from stems. So they grow from the base of the stem and function to further support the plant. Ayan. So kumbaga sa stature nila. The next one is pneumatophores. So pneumatophores naman, they are modified for gas exchange in oxygen-poor environments. So let us compare this with the context of hydroponics. In hydroponics, kailangan na hindi mo siya i-submerge ng sobra-sobra yung roots because that will lead to oxygen-poor environment and it can also be a breeding ground for harmful bacteria for the roots. Kaya meron tayong mga different diseases like root rot, from pythium, yung mga ganon na mga diseases sa hydroponics. Kasi nagiging stagnant yung water, tas poorer yung oxygen doon. Eh, yung oxygen, we know it from crop physiology that it is important for physiological processes such as cellular respiration. Cellular respiration, ang reactant niya ay ando ng oxygen. So, ang cellular respiration, siya yung nagpo-produce ng ATP, then yung ATP siya yung nagpo-fuel ng mga physiological processes sa halaman. So, kailangan siya. So, ayan. Ang pneumatophores, para siyang umaangat sa water kasi in the case of mangrove, kailangan nila ng oxygen. So, yung roots na nila yung nag-adjust through evolution na umangat na dun sa tubig natin. So, if you will go to mangrove farms, ayun, makikita nyo na maraming mga mangrove roots na nakaangat sa water. And lastly, we have buttress roots. So this is also for support, katulad ng sa prop roots natin, pero this is specific in large trees. Ayan. So they are enlarged, horizontally spreading, and often vertically thickened roots at the base of trees. Ayan siya. Ayan. Katulad ng mga sanara, ayan, ficus, or yung balete natin. So those are some of the species na merong buttress roots. Okay, so let us move sa modified stem. So here, medyo mag-overlap to in the discussion on plant nursery propagation. Perhaps in that lesson, mababanggit ulit itong mga to. So, yeah. So first is rhizomes. So ang rhizomes, these are horizontal underground stems that grow just below the surface of the soil. So in the case of ginger and bamboo, this is true. So if you look here, ang sabi dito, they can send out roots and shoots from nodes. So sa nodes ng bamboo, may nakikita kayo diyang roots tsaka shoots. Same through here sa ginger, kayang mag-root and mag-shoot dyan sa mga nodes na yan. So allowing the plant to spread and grow. So ayan yung tinatawag na rhizomes. Let us contrast it later sa mga iba. So next, we have corm. So yung corm naman, these are similar to bulbs in that they are underground structures, but they differ in structure. So the difference of corm and also yung bulb natin ay they are covered with dry, papery scales. So in the case of gabi. So tignan nyo na lang kung meron siyang papery na scales, kung dry yon, so that is a corm. Sa bulb naman, it is a specialized underground stem structure consisting of a short stem. Sobrang brief lang ng stem ng bulbs natin. So let's say for example here, nandito lang siya sa may, andyan lang sa may loob yan. Ito rin, pati ito sa tulip. So fleshy modified leaves called scales. So meron rin siyang mga scales. So if you will look at here, itong tinatanggal natin sa may sibuyas, ayun yon. So ayun yung scales na tinatawag natin. And sa loob niyan, they store nutrients for the plant. So these are the common bulbs that we have. So meron din tayong pseudobulb. Yung kanina bulb is it's an underground structure. Pseudobulb naman, it is an above ground storage organ. So this is evident in the case of orchids. So meron tayo dito pseudobulb. So it is like a bulky parang bulb din talaga siya. Thickened bulb-like structure that stores nutrients and water for the plant. Ayan. So ito feeling ko hindi naman siguro lalabas yung ganito ka-specific, pero sige, kapag back bulb, leafless siya. Kapag green bulbs, ito yung may dahon. Then we also have tubers. So tubers are swollen, fleshy underground stems that store nutrients for the plant. They have buds or eyes from which new plants can sprout. So here in the case of potato, ayan, so pwede nyong uh, i-slice yan, then pwede yan tumubo after some time. Ayan, so yung buds tas eyes, pwede doon magkaroon ng plants. So ayan ang tuber natin. So in the case of potato, tapos purple yam. The next one is yung stolon natin, which are horizontal stems that grows along the soil surface and can root at nodes. So take note of that. It is a horizontal stem and can root at nodes. And it grows along the soil surface. So kanina, yung rhizome, horizontal stem din siya, can root at nodes din, pero it is below the soil surface. Diba? So, rhizome, below the soil surface, can root at nodes. It is a horizontal stem. Ang stolon naman, horizontal stem siya, along the soil surface, and can root at nodes. Ngayon, i-compare naman natin to dun sa next, which is yung runner. So, horizontal stems din siya. They differ in that runners do not necessarily root at their nodes. So, stolon, nagro-root siya sa mga nodes niya, kaya pwede mag-give rise to a new plant. And then sa runner naman, it does not necessarily root at their nodes. So, in the case of spider plant here, ang plants lang niya ay nasa dulo. And most of our grasses, actually, there are a lot of species ng grasses na runners ang kanilang mode of reproduction. So runners produce new plants at nodes located at the tips of their stems. So hindi sila necessarily na nag-root sa lahat ng nodes nila. Then we also have cladode. So cladode is a flattened photosynthetic stem. So ayun lang yan, photosynthetic stem, yung mga green like asparagus and also yung cactus natin. So itong structure na yan, so those are ayun yung cladode mismo, yung green na yan. So it can resemble as a leaf. Then we also have tendrils. So sa tendrils naman, meron tayong modified stem na tendrils. So these are long, slender, coiling branch adapted for climbing. So most of this can be found under the family Cucurbitaceae, squash, upo, patola, bitter gourd, yung mga yan. So typically found on weak-stemmed vines and function in support. So ang tendrils na modified stem ay nag-a-arise from the axillary buds. So if you will go back to our discussion in the past video, axillary buds, siya yung nasa gilid. Diba? So meron tayong terminal buds andito, then per branch, gano'n. So meron dong axillary buds sa gilid. So kapag modified stem siya, dun siya galing. Kasi later, meron tayong makikita na tendrils na modified leaf naman. So let's compare them later. Then we also have thorns. So ang thorns naman, it is also a modified stem. They are sharp-pointed stem or shoot. They become hard, sharp, and woody. They grow from nodes. So if you look at here, remember our discussion on the parts of the stem. So ito yung node, ito yung leaf scar. Ayan, kung dyan tumutubo yung leaf. Then sa taas nun, andun yung thorns. Later, makikita nyo na yung isa, nasa baba naman. And not to be confused with the spine, which is a sharp-pointed leaf or leaf part, or a prickle that is a sharp-pointed epidermal structure. And found anywhere on the plant. Ayun. So, ito yung difference nila. Ayan. Again, ang thorns ay modified stem. Okay? Okay, ang thorns dito, makikita nyo nasa taas siya, di ba? Over the leaf scar. Ito yung leaves, ito yung thorn, andito yung leaf scar sa baba niya. Ang spine naman, nasa baba siya ng leaf scar. So ito yung spine, tas ito yung leaf scar. Yan. So ang spine is a modified leaf. Later, makikita natin yung example niyan. Then ang thorns ay modified stem. Both of them are connected to the vascular system. On the other hand, yung prickles naman, sila ay hindi connected sa vascular system. So they are easy to remove. They are positioned anywhere on the stem or anywhere in the plant. So sa case ng rose. So kung makikita nyo, yung mga rose natin, di ba, sobrang, like kapag binibenta siya, wala na siyang mga tinik-tinik. Ayun, kasi madali lang tanggalin yung prickle ng rose. Yeah. So sa modified leaf, so these are already modified leaves ha. Dito na papasok yung spines. So spines are sharp-pointed leaf or leaf part. Ayan. So spines of cacti. Ayan. Itong mga to, yan ay spines in the case of cactus. Then another modified leaf ay yung ating bract. So sa bract, they are usually smaller than the major photosynthetic leaves, and bracts are typically associated with flowers. So if you will see here, kasi minsan nakala natin, ayan na yung flower talaga ng bougainvillea, ayan na yung flower ng poinsettia. But those are not petals, those are bracts. Ayan. So these are modified leaves. Ayan. So they are also used to attract pollinators. The next one naman ay yung scales. So remember kanina we have talked about the bulb, then meron siyang scales, di ba? So ayun yung tinatanggal natin. So scales are small non-green leaf, either of a bud scales, or yung sa mga tulad nga ng mga bulbs natin. So they protect the delicate apical meristem in the case of bud scales. Here in Tibetan cherry, so yung mga nandyan, itong parang nakabalot sa kanya. So those are scales. And the leaf primordia or of an underground rootstock. So yung scales, it functions in the case of sibuyas din, sibuyas, bawang, etc. na i-protect yung mismong starch reserves, yung ating carbohydrates dun sa loob. Then ito na yung ating modified leaves na tendrils. So these are pea microgreens. Ito nandito sa gilid. So tendrils naman, they arise from leaf structures such as leaflets, petioles, or stipules. So kapag ang origin niya ay dun sa mga yon, sa leaflets, petioles, or stipules, they may be thinner compared doon. Kasi di ba yung kanina, yung stem, yung modified stem na tendrils, they are adapted for climbing. Di ba? So ito naman, thinner sila, they are more delicate, they grow where leaves or leaflets would be. So here. So ito, parang nasa tip siya. So ayan, mga tendrils yung mga yan. So how to distinguish a stem tendril versus a leaf tendril? So check the origin. So if it grows from a node or a bud, so it is a modified stem. So kanina diba sabi natin sa axillary buds. Ayan. So kapag doon siya nag-grow, those are modified stems. If it grows from a part of a leaf, for example, a petiole or leaflet, then it is a modified leaf. Ayun lang yung difference nilang dalawa. Yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope that you have learned something. See you in the next video. Bye.